Hello and welcome to the Crazy Troll Nation. I'm excited today. I thought about what palettes I have not used in a while, and this is the one that we're going to use right now. Mothership number 3, Subversive. This is the last man standing. I have decluttered all of my other motherships. This one is just a color story. It's dark, it's smoky, it's grungy. If you want to go light, just kind of stay with these 3. This is really bold though. We know Gigabyte is gold. Or if you just want to just stay straight smoky, you over here. So we're going to use this today. And what I'm thinking of is I'm going to start dark, and usually you don't. So inner corner, second shade, third shade, maybe put that outer corner. Lower lash line, we're going to put this on first half and this on second half. Probably put this as brow bone arch type area. And I'm thinking maybe this lower liner, or we'll just add this on just a little more depth in the outer corner. So we will have used, 8 of the 10 shades. Y'all like, girl, I know. So I'm going to do the intro as I prime my eyes, and then we're going to get started. First, I'm going to tell you everything that's on my face. The usual foundation, Fenty and a Fenty primer, Fenty brow. Excuse me. What is it? Beauty City though. City Beauty eye cream. We have on the Natasha concealer. So just the usual suspects. I did use All House Labs today for cheeks, almost, except for cheeks. Finishing powder was Hourglass. So deep level 9 and deep level 11 for the bronzers from House Labs. And y'all, I really miss these. Acai Sky, because I picked these randomly for blush, and Lavender Blonde as blush. For highlighters, randomly, Fire Opal and Chocolate Opal. And 2 finishing powders at random, Luminous Light under eyes and all over, and Dim Light just like right here, and very lightly on the perimeter of my face. So that's what we have. Inner rims. Both of these are from MAC. Inner rims, we have on Hellbent. That's this shade. And for lower lash line, we have on Bananas. So, prime the eye, get to it. I do have pulled out Tower 28, the brown for lower lash line, and City Beauty Beyond Mascara for lower lashes. Upper lashes. I'm going too fast. I need to slow down. I'm excited. And we're going to put this on before we put on the mascara. This is the Lancome Soul's Boost XL Mascara Primer. I did also use today, mixed with moisturizer, the Be Goldy Bright Drops. I'm not really feeling those drops, which means that these are going to go somewhere else, to someone who already hopefully uses them and likes them. So let's get the prime the eye so we can get started right here. Let's get it started in here. Hello again and welcome. My name is Dion. I call this the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube. I forgot to spray my face. The crazy in the Crazy Troll Nation is knowing it's okay to be your let me slow down, I'm so excited. To be your authentic self in a world where people will tell you who and how you should be. Just be who you are, y'all. It is very freeing. Yes, freeing. The troll part of the Crazy Troll Nation is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand or a certain tool or a certain technique. Use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. If you want to do all the things that they're saying that you need to do, if you want to do all the things, do them just because you're curious. Don't try not to do them because you feel obligated, because that's what they're telling you in whatever video that you're watching. Here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we believe in self-acceptance and self-love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Listen, y'all. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. Yes, so all of that is what the Crazy Troll Nation stands for. That's why we call it that. That's what it means. I hope it resonates with you. Those of you who have been here with me for a while, you might be saying it with me. I don't know. But I do hope either way it has become, something is in this eye. I hope it does become one of your daily affirmations. Just love yourself for who you are and for how you look. Try not to feel like you're not put together if you don't have on mascara or lipstick. And I do hear that quite often here on YouTube. I don't feel together if I don't have on mascara and lipstick. Listen, the mascara and lipstick does not make you. You are who you are, with or without those products. And so, but anyway, yeah. That's what we stand for here, and that's what that means. I do have brushes pulled out. Let's get started. I'm just going to say the name, the shadow name, so that way hopefully I can just keep going and not keep yakking like I'm doing right now. Yeah, I need to flip my settings again. I keep trying to flip it. I keep flipping it to see which way when I hold up stuff y'all can read it. But then it always ends up either flipped, or sometimes it ends up flipped and upside down. I don't know how it does that because I'm not upside down, but when I'm holding up, the wording will be upside down. It's weird, but I'm weird. This is Lazarus. We're going to put this right here on the inner corner. I have not used this palette in a long time. So I was thinking as I was laying in bed yesterday, y'all, I slept. I slept. Surprised myself. I was like, what in the world? Before I dozed off, I was like, what palette have I not used in a while that I can use? Because I am starting a new project. It does have to do with palette usage and tracking and all of that. And I did order a shorter tray for my palettes, and I remember saying maybe I'll just stack them, but then I thought that's not going to work, because if last minute, if I'm doing a look and I'm like, oh, let me just take out this palette, do such and such, I don't want to have to move like 7 palettes on top of it to get to it, and so that's not going to work. This is looking harsh right here. This is the brush we use for our primer and for the groundwork paint pot. That looked like that in another video. Just this pocket right here. That looks better. I think that'll be okay. My concern is that like when it dries down, like it's gonna look funky. So we're just gonna press this not all the way where it was, because then that would just defeat the purpose of doing what we just did. So y'all thought, I haven't used Subversive in a long time. So I am working on a new project. This shade is Night Creature. And am I excited about it? I don't know. I am excited to be down to 49 palettes. And I was thinking, like, if I do looks 5 days a week, I'll have used all of my palettes within like a month and a half, give or take. And if I pair palettes, that'll go even quicker. And so I do like that concept of using everything within, to me, that's a relatively short time. Because before, when I had more, when I was like in the mid 70s, it was like, oh, if I do this, I'll use them all within a 3-month period. To me, that just sounds long to not use a palette, even though it's probably really not. But in my mind, I'm just like, because I do want to use my stuff, and for me it was getting to where I absolutely adore like everything I have, and to be excited to use it and not just be holding on to stuff just because, oh, the color story is okay. And if y'all know my personality, y'all know when I'm excited about something, I'm excited about something, and when I'm ambivalent about it, y'all know I'm just ambivalent about it. And so I want to be excited about everything I have and not just be like, well, so the sleep, I got into bed around 8:30 yesterday morning. Right now it looks like 2:15 a.m. on Monday, 2:15 a.m. Monday. And I went to sleep yesterday. Well, got into bed about 8 p.m. give or take yesterday morning. And y'all know I always say I wake up every 90 minutes or so. Yeah, like every 90 minutes I'll wake up. So I woke up, my regular, 90 minutes, and I have a habit of checking my messages. My Temu order arrived. That was at my doorstep. So I got up, got that, checked it, opened it and checked it, put that away. Another wake up, I did something, I forget what I did. And then I would get back in the bed and go back to sleep. Woke up, 90 minutes later again. And woke up again later, looked at my clock. It was like 3 hours later. So I was like, what? Went right back to sleep. And this is black metal. And when, it's like 3 hours later, so I'm thinking, damn, like I don't remember waking up 90 minutes ago like I usually do. And so I went back to sleep. Y'all, when I remember waking up the next time, it was like 1:15 in the morning. And I was like, what the hell? And I felt good and hungry. But I'm just like, whoa. So it wasn't the depression sleep. Because and I am still in the grieving process, but I can tell the difference between, okay, I just don't feel like getting up, so I go back to sleep, versus I am knocked the hell out. And I don't even remember waking up every 90 minutes. So it was like a very restful, very deep sleep. And including yesterday, I had been out 3 days in a row, and I seldom go out every day. And so I think my body was just like, yeah, we need to shut down, because we need to just just recuperate from all the things. But y'all, I was just like, what? So I shifted everything in my calendar from yesterday that didn't get done yesterday to tonight. And this look I had in my calendar to do yesterday. And so that's why we're here at like 2-something in the morning. After the fact, because you'll see this afterwards. I remember telling y'all the video swatching Natasha Denona stuff where that giveaway was this week. It's not. When I looked at my calendars for next week. So I do apologize for that. But if you're watching this, that gives you more time to, if you do watch me and you're not subscribed, that gives you more time to subscribe, because you do need to be publicly subscribed to even be eligible to win, as well as answering whatever 2-part question I put in the description box for you to answer. So yes, I do apologize for that, because I was thinking it was this week, but it is not. So also, it was it had to have been early yesterday morning or last night. No, it was early yesterday morning. I sat here and I did the Creative Art with Heart collab, and it was Botanica. That was the theme. Anything flowers, ruins, overgrown, garden areas or whatever. And what I like about her collabs too is that it doesn't have to be makeup. And she says that it can be anything, any type of artistic expression. So if you don't do makeup, you can do something else. You can just create something that goes along with the theme, or, jewelry stuff, whatever, clothes, fashion, whatever you want to do. And so I sat here and I did the look, and it was just so much fun, and I did miss it. And I remember saying before that one of the few things I missed when I wasn't on Instagram for a year was the Creative Art with Heart collabs. The first thing I missed was there were, a few people we would chat regularly in a DM, so I missed that as well. But and I would keep track of the prompts in my calendar, and they just weren't getting done. And yes, things have been hectic. Life just does that sometimes, as we know. Thank you. Do y'all talk to your appliances? That was my dryer. And so I sat here and I did the look. I did post it on Instagram. I didn't post the pictures. I posted the reel on Instagram, which doubles as a short for here on YouTube. And so I did that. And it just felt very soothing and calming, like just to do that look, just to sit here and just, I had an inspiration picture, and of course I troll it out and do what I do. But when I looked at it, this is deep shade, the dark brown. So we have a brown shimmer here, this reddish shade, a black shade, and now we're going to do a darker brown. Y'all like, girl, I know most people go in order of light to dark or whatever, but y'all know here, just do different things. Just do whatever you want to do, see what happens. And so it did feel good to just play in makeup. And I really do like how it turned out. I used oil-based paints. I used eyeshadow. Did I use eyeshadow? The only eyeshadow I think I used was for the eye look we had on earlier. And that was a member request to use Notoriously Morbid Life and Death palette. So we kept that look because as I was looking at it, I'm like, this is kind of like and she said it could have been like decayed flowers or whatever. So when I was looking at the look that I had on, I said that could be like, flowers starting to rot or decay or whatever. So I did feel like the look I already had on, the eye look did go along with the theme. And so I just built upon that. And I do call those looks, troll play, just like my other troll play, just any type of creative makeup that I do. I just call it troll play because I think it just sounds fun. And so it just felt really good to get back to something that I love. And yes, it was valid reasons that I wasn't doing them just because of stuff that life was happening and life was doing. But it really felt good. And she leaves the most detailed feedback. Like and she does it for everybody, which I think is just amazing because I'm like, that has to take time. she'll be specific about, she likes this because of this and because of that, and just thank you so much, and I love how you think outside the box and blah blah blah. And she does that for everybody. And I'm like, that has to be time consuming. Like, not only looking at the submissions, but then leaving like such a thoughtful, detailed response to the submission, and then putting them in your putting them in your Instagram stories, and then organizing them for the roundup, because she does roundup and she does explain how she does it. When she does them, she groups the looks together according to like shapes, colors, that type of thing. So she presents them in a cohesive type of way. And so look at this, y'all. You just do different things. So right now I'm looking at the space in between, and the shapes are good. This one is a little further out, but we're going to leave it because we're just going to keep on. Big wheels keep on turning. Proud maybe keep on burning. We are going to put something up here because that space, or let me do it. Let me do this. We're going to take this brush, no shadow on it. So far, we've used all ESOMs. Those for the lid shades were ESOM V27s. This is the V31, just a domed brush. And this is my go-to for just blending out the upper line of the eyeshadow without adding more color to it. Because I'm looking in here, and for mattes, it's either that dark brown or the dark black. And I'm like, I don't want to put that up here, even though there may be an occasion where I do, because we just be doing stuff. But I'm just not, like right here is good, but when it is a whole lot better. This brush, y'all, yeah, this is my go-to brush for that. Because look how, so you see this side, right? And then this side. So it does do what I wanted to do, blend out that top line. And so I may or may not put a shade up there. I am going to do a brow arch shade, excuse me, y'all. But I don't want it to be like this much blank space and then the highlight up here. And so this will bring the colors up as well as blend out that line. And I know a lot of people use a shade to blend out a shade. I seldom do that. And when it happens, it's not intentional. You know what I mean? Like, I don't intentionally use a lighter shade of whatever shade I have on to blend it out. And I know that is a thing, and a lot of people do that. I don't do that. And so, but that's me. Because for me, like, the way my shadows blend is fine. The way my shadows blend is fine with me. And that's what's important, is that you like your look, regardless of what other people say. Oh, you should do this, you should do that. Do what you want to do. So that was my day yesterday. Yeah, I'm surprised, y'all. I slept like the evening and night away. And when I saw it was like 1:45 in the morning, I'm like, damn. I'm like, girl, you was knocked out. I was knocked out. And so I did eat, I guess, breakfast. I mean, I don't know what to call it. Lunch from yesterday. So it was like 1:30 in the morning, and I'm eating my first meal of, well, I guess it might be breakfast. I guess it is breakfast because it is Monday morning. I woke up at 1:45 Monday morning, so I guess that was breakfast. So, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. So now it doesn't look like that much blank space. You see what I'm saying? And sometimes I do leave looks just like this and don't bother putting a brow arch, but we are going to do a brow arch. We're going to switch the lower lash line. I need to slow down. I am super excited. Gigabyte is very bold. So we are going to still just put that first on lower lash line. This is the Fenty 220 brush, which I love for lower lash line. And for when I do an outer V, even though I tend to not use it much for outer V because of the shape of it. And it is called their Precision brush. Yes, Precision brush. But I do like it that it's pointy because I can get right up under my lash line. If I want to blow the shadow down, I'll turn it sideways and use the side of the brush. But I really do enjoy this for this reason, and this is my go-to brush for this. Yeah. So tonight's live, which you already have seen, is a full face tutorial, and it's more so for those who I come in contact with and network with when I'm at events, and some of the clients that I have, like, they don't wear makeup at all. And so I was thinking, like, what type of look to do, because I don't want to do anything extravagant. I don't want to do anything too time consuming. It's going to be a long video because it's going to be very detailed. And usually people will say, "Oh, just do a neutral look or a natural look." Some, they want their makeup to match their costume, which is amazing, which is really great. So, but I'm thinking to do just a natural look for those who don't really wear makeup, because if someone doesn't wear makeup, they're not going to want to see like a smoky look, a graphic look, a cut crease look, all of that, because it's like, yeah, I'm not even wearing makeup. The hell if I'm going to do all of that. So I do think I'm just going to do just a natural look and keep the face basic. One blush, one bronzer, one highlight. We'll finish about it. So I'm looking right. I don't see any fallout. And people be like with Pat McGrath, like do your face first or whatever. And Gigabyte, the shade we just put on lower lash line, and this shade, Blitz Amethyst, these are her celestial shades. And I still don't have fallout. So to me, it's your technique and the brushes that you use, whether or not you have fallout. Because when I do get fallout, it is very minimal. And so I don't make a big deal out of it. And if it is noticeable, it blends in to me into my highlighter that I have on my face. And so I've never had fallout where it was like, oh yeah, I need to take my cellar water, I need to take a wipe this whole thing off and start over or whatever. I've never had that situation. And so when people say, when I hear in videos, oh, you're going to have to do your face first, your eyeshadow first, because you're going to get fallout, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, not necessarily. And some people say anytime you use a dark shade, you're going to get fallout. Not necessarily. And so I listen to what people say sometimes, and I'm not saying it's not valid, because we all have our own experiences and our own perspective and our own, take on things. I know I'm being convoluted. I'm just like saying stuff. I am just so excited to be sitting here doing this look. But I'm just like, that's not necessarily true for everybody. And the way that it is said, we're going back to Gigabyte, the way that it's said in the video, if people don't know, or if they don't wear makeup a lot, or if they're following like your technique, then yeah, they're going to think, oh yeah, I have to do this, I have to do this. And I'm like, no, you don't. But then I'm rebellious that way. You ain't going to tell me how to do my makeup. You can, but I ain't going to listen to you. So we're going to take Skin Show Fever. And we're going to just put this under here. This is Scott Barnes brush number 60. So that y'all see that. So no brow bone highlight, even though it looks like it could be a matte shade up here, just because how my skin looks under the Fenty primer and the Groundwork paint pot. But then if you look, you see what I'm saying? It's just like, girl. And I love this brush for that, because it is so thin, it goes exactly where I want it. And I seldom, if ever, blend it out. I just put the line there and just hiccup, excuse me. And I put the brush down and I back away slowly. So I'm thinking, do I want to put some black on the outer corner? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I want to find the E45. I'm going to dip into extreme black. Y'all, extreme black is black. And we're just going to just do like a little short outer V. And we're not going to blend too, oh, okay. Yeah, we're going to blend up here. Yeah, so that's all we're going to do for this. So this only leaves VR Pink and Astro Ghost Orchid that we did not use for this look. So we used, this is nice. So we used 8 of the 10 shades. And I only tapped them twice and then we're tapping off. So we're not even using a lot of this shade. I just want to deepen this outer corner. I thought to use this also for my upper lash line, just for ease of removing my makeup. But then if I'm going to put on mascara, I'm going to have to put in a little bit of work anyway. And itch on my nose. I still don't know where the other eyelash is. They were both sitting here. And the other day, I'm like, why is it only one? What I think happened is I think I had a palette or something over there and that it stuck to the bottom or something. That's what I really think. Because it's not on the floor anywhere. And I'm like, I was looking and looking. So I'm like, where the hell did that lash go? So this is all we're going to do with this one. I like this look. Y'all, I really like this palette. Upper lash line. So this is Subversive. If you have Subversive, let me know what you think of this look. Do you think you'll recreate it or not? And I do like 2 different colors on my lower lash line. We are we are going to... I really don't feel like doing my upper lash line. Like, I just don't. But we're going to do it. We're going to do it. I don't know why. Maybe because I have stuff on top of the water activated bundle. And so I got to move stuff to get to it. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But I do feel good about using this palette. I also am excited to use this palette again. Talking about Subversive. And also... and this is why I'm rearranging stuff, because my space is so small. But I like it that way because it encourages me to stay organized. And also getting back to all the House Lab stuff, because I know I've been using the Hourglass. You know what? The black is not even in this palette. The black is in... I'm so used to pulling this one. Because it's a 10-piece bundle for the eyeliners, the water activated eyeliners. The black is in here. Because there's 10 of them, but their palette is only 9 pan. So we're going to... We already did wet the brush. And so we are wetting the liner so that we can then apply it. So, yeah, I'm just all full of excitement today, and also, I think I just feel really good. Well, I know I do feel really good, but I'm thinking that has something to do with my mood, too, of course, because I very seldom feel well-rested, and I'm just, like, just bubbling over here. I gotta remember to check the dryer. So, what I ordered from Temu was microfiber cloths. Black ones, the small ones, like the small ones I keep. Well, it's like this one. This is a gray, but I ordered black ones because I'm going to keep those in the bathroom to use when I remove my makeup, instead of using a different color microfiber cloth, like the green or the pink, because they stain. Because the makeup, especially if it's the oil-based paints, like they do stain. And so I said, let me just order some black ones and keep them in the bathroom and use that for makeup removal. And hopefully the stains won't show if it does stain. And so that was my purpose for doing that. So that's what was in the dryer. So I put them all in the wash, and then I put them in the dryer. So that's what that is. And I ordered some eyeliner sets, like small, like eyeliner brushes like this off of Temu. Y'all, them things are so short. But in a way that'll give me more control. And I purchased those like for my kit. And in that brush set that I have in there, it comes with, they do come with, I know I got quiet, mascara wands. No, a spoolie on one end and then the liner brush on the other end. And I don't like double-sided brushes because they're stored standing up. So I usually just put the spoolie side down in there. But also I noticed that the bristles are sometimes just doing their own thing. So I said, let me just get like some dedicated brushes for these. Because I really think I'm either going to give away, I'll probably give away the spoolie ones, the double-ended spoolie ones, because I just don't use them. My wings are friggin' straight. Wow. This seldom happens. So we're gonna sit there here, leave that open, let it dry. Lancome, let me close up this water. Lancome Sills Booster XL. Primer base, we're gonna put this on. Is there anything else new going on? No. No. Nope. Nope. This shoulder just popped. It's kind of uncomfortable. It hurts right before it pops, and then it hurts when it pops because I can feel it kind of trying to shift. And when it pops, it hurts, but then it eases up. The discomfort eases up like right after, which is good because you don't want to walk around shoulder hurting. Tower 28 is brown. I love this my lower lash lines. I would have never thought to even use a brown. Grace had sent this to me. And I'm sure it's the formula. Like, I just like how this makes my lower lashes look. So much so that I was thinking, like, oh, let me get the black one. But I don't, because I really do also like the Beyond Mascara from City Beauty. And I don't like to have open more than one. No, I'm lying. I don't like to have open more than 2 black mascaras. And right now I only have one black one open, and this brown one. I have the neon one that Janessa has sent me, and it's a blue. And I thought about using that today, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just be basic. They just use regular colors. But look at my bottom lashes. And what else? Yeah, and the white capacity from Lethal. So I have open the blue one, a white one, a black one, and a brown one, and that's it. But when I do have open more than 1 black mascara, I don't like to have more than 2 open, because I do want to use them. I do want to use them up, or at least until they start to smell rancid. And I have been pretty good. Well, I am pretty good with getting rid of it, because if it starts to smell, like say this one was, the smell was stronger than usual, I would still finish it for this look, and then I would throw it away right after. When stuff starts smelling rancid, yeah, it goes in the garbage. Like, I don't want to put, you know, expired stuff on my skin. Well, not my skin. Well, my skin or my lids. So I do try to make sure I'm using up mascaras. It's like if I have like 5 open, there's just like no way that I'm gonna use as much of each one as I would versus having 1 or 2 open. You know what I mean? And I do like the Fenty Hella Thick mascara. I really like the MAC Stack mascara and the Tower 28. I don't know if I will buy a black one in that though, only because I really like the ones I have. And I have backups of the Beyond mascara. They initially sent it to me, and I liked it so much that when they had a sale, purchased another one that I haven't opened yet. So I have enough mascaras, like, just waiting. I have a mini of the MAC Elevated mascara sitting here, so that's just waiting. And I really like that one too. What are you gonna do for lip? For the lip, and then we'll be done with this look. Thank you y'all for being here. If you're enjoying this look, or enjoying hearing me stumble through my words to tell y'all what's going on with me, go ahead and click the thumbs up button. If you keep coming back, go ahead and subscribe. Because I know sometimes it may take a few times. Because there's channels I would watch, because it would just pop up in my feed. And then I'd be like, wait a minute. I done been here like how many times? Let me just go ahead and subscribe. So if you keep coming back, go ahead and subscribe. I was going to line my lips, which I seldom do, but it's like, do I want to? What lip are we going to do? Let's use chocolate chip. I don't know. We're going to do a black lip. I'm looking at this like, why are you playing? You know you're going to do a black lip. We're going to take, this is Alien? No, this is Black Lips. This is Black Lips from NYX. This one is retractable. The one that's not retractable, this is called Alien Suede Matte Lip Liner. And they don't make the Suede Matte Lip Liner anymore. But they do still make those pencil liners. They just changed the name. Came down too far over here. So let's try to do the same on the other side. I had so much fun doing that look last night. Yesterday morning for Creative Art with Heart collab. It felt so good participating again in that collab. I remember I was mentioning it to Janessa about the collab, and she started doing them. And I was so excited. Because y'all know she be doing some bomb looks. And also your look doesn't have to be for the collab. Like, you can recycle something else and just submit it as a submission. You can submit it for that prompt. But it doesn't have to be, okay, you're creating this look just for that. And so I like that too. So I did that a few times before, where I'm like, oh man, I didn't do this look. But then I'm like, you know what? I have a picture that's in line with that prompt. And so I would, post that. And so I do like that. So if you ever get behind, or this is looking janky, and y'all know I don't really line my lips, but it is fun just to do stuff and just to see what happens. And I like that it can be anything. This side is more rounded up top, so I'm looking at my actual lip line. This is on my lip line over here, and this is on my lip line over here. And I do know my lips are not symmetrical. I do know that. And using a dark lip liner or a dark lipstick just accentuates how asymmetrical my lips are. But we accept that here because we accept our natural features. So we're going to do, y'all know I'm thinking of a black and a red, but do I want to do, you know what we're going to do? We're going to put on a black and tap that shade on top. That shade, that red, is Night Creature. That's what we're going to do. If you want to play around with your eyeshadows and you're not quite sure what to do, tap a shadow on top of it. And for a long time, I didn't even buy glosses. Number one, I don't use glosses that often. But then two, if you want to make a matte lipstick shiny, tap a shadow on it. So it's like, do I really need to have like a certain color lip gloss? However, this side has an arch and this side does not. However, on this side it's bigger. Let me leave it. If you're using a dual chrome or multi-chrome shadow on top of a dark lipstick, you don't know what color it's going to turn out to be. But because we know what color Nightshade is and it doesn't have a flip to it, it'll look like how it looks. Or maybe a little darker. Y'all, my lip line is all sorts of janky. And we're going to leave it like that. So, all right, we're going to take a brush and we're going to go into Night Creature, this shade right here. You know what I was thinking when I first thought to put that brown right here? Lazarus, I thought it was going to look kind of off, which y'all know I do off stuff, but it actually blends in because it's not that far off from my complexion. Like, that really looks good right there. And I just did that like just to do it. Or even if you have this palette and you wanted this to be shiny, put black metal on top of it. So this is Night Creature. Also, putting a gloss on top of a matte lipstick, it will break down the matteness of that matte lipstick. And so I am a fan of tapping a shadow on top of it because it's not going to move. And actually the lipstick, the formula, because it's a liquid, even if you wait till it dries down, the shadow is going to grip to it. Oh, that's pretty. And this does look like it could be a lipstick shade. Like, just buy a lipstick this color. And because we're not going over the lip line, oh man, I like this. We're almost done, y'all. Thank you for being here. Click join down below if you're not a member already. Click join because it'll show you what the perks are. And I sometimes wonder if people think, oh, if I click it, it's automatically going to join me. It doesn't. And nobody has said that, but sometimes I wonder if people think that. It'll show you what the perks are, and then you have to do something else to join. You click join to see the perks, and then click join to join, and then that's when you have to put in like your payment information, $2.99 a month. And as Michelle said, that's the shot of espresso at Starbucks. I was like, damn, she done broke it down. I love this lip. And if you use a shadow on top of your liquid lipstick, one of the shadow colors that you have on your lid is going to tie it in. So y'all see how this brings out that, or vice versa. So this is going to be it, y'all. I thank you for being here. Leave any and all comments down below, and you will see me in the next video. As always, self-acceptance, excuse me, self-love, and hiccuping. That's the crazy Troll Nation way. Stuff is popping up over here for you to watch, and you will see me soon.